The debut EP from Emmy Meli is called Hello, Stranger. And I am so happy that she is joining me now in person.
Yes, finally.
To have
Only
a little
took 3
chat.
years.
Only
Yeah.
3 years. And it's so apropos, Hello, Stranger.
The what?
Hello, Stranger.
Yes, hello, stranger. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
In person instead of
I gotta say, I was very impressed that you remembered our chat over Zoom. Because you had just moved into your new place.
That's partially, I think, why it stuck in my head so much, because I was sitting on the floor with no furniture.
Oh.
And I took all my Zoom meetings and interviews with my phone propped up against the windowsill while I sat on the floor. So
that's why it was so unstable.
Yes,
I thought it was
yeah.
something involving an animal.
I didn't have Wi-Fi yet. It was an interesting time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I take it that you are still in the same place?
No.
Oh.
I actually just moved in January.
Yeah.
It was sad to say goodbye, but there were more important reasons for the move, so it's all good. But I have Wi-Fi now. So.
Amazing.
And furniture.
All right.
Crazy stuff.
Well, that's the end of that. Let's go on Zoom and let's see how it looks.
Yeah. Screw the in-person interview.
Yeah, never mind this.
Let's do it over Zoom. I got a laptop now and everything.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
Wow. What did you learn about yourself living by yourself for the first time? Because that was the first time you moved out, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I had lived with roommates, obviously, before that, but that was my first time living totally solo, and I learned, I would say, a lot of independence, a lot of patience, a lot of responsibility, because you then realize no one is going to do the dishes unless you do them. So not only did I learn to do dishes and clean and I would say better look after myself and just be a little bit more responsible, but I also learned that I actually enjoy being alone, and I just genuinely can't have roommates. I'm not a person that can have roommates. I prefer to be alone, and that's totally fine. It's just me and my pets, and the dishes get done when I say so. It's great. It's great.
The bed gets made whenever you want.
Yes.
Laundry is wherever it is.
The bed doesn't usually get made.
Oh.
But the laundry gets done.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had a lot of issues growing up as well then, if your parents were like, hey, Emmy, chores.
Yeah, my dad would be like, this room is a pigsty. So I clean up, but the bed thing, I'm just like, I'm going to mess it up tonight anyways. So I don't think that's going to be at the top of my priority list.
3 years in the making for this chat, and then it's also a number of years for the new music as well. So it's all like,
just about the
converging.
same time period. Sheesh.
Yeah, because of the fact that it is a number of years since the song I Am Woman made such a huge impression. A lot of people have expectations, management, fans, random people, and so forth and so on. And the underlying theme of this EP, from what I understand, is anxiety. And that has been something that has been at the forefront for a lot of artists, a lot of people in general on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Drew Carey ends The Price is Right with keep your mental health in check, da-da-da-da-da, right?
Yeah.
Every show.
Yeah.
So describe for me some of the things that were going on in terms of that aspect of your life and how you were able to get that part stabilized to be able to be at this point.
Yeah, so I would say the EP starts with anxiety and ends with the light at the end of the tunnel. So it won't be all, doom and gloom, oh my gosh, life sucks, nothing like that. It's more so just you're not alone in feeling this way, and it does and will get better. And I think that was very representative of the time that I was going through. Kind of like right after we spoke for the first time, no one really talks about how when your life kind of gets flipped upside down, because mind you, I was working at a golf course and a coffee shop. Nobody knew or cared who I was. And then all of a sudden, everybody knew and everybody cared. So while I'm very grateful and extremely blessed and it made all my dreams come true, I'm still a human, and it came with a lot of trial and error and challenges, and I feel like it's not quite touched on how it feels to have your dreams come true, but no one really guides you from there. You're just kind of like dropped in the middle of the ocean and floating, wondering where to go and what to do. Like that movie Life of Pi. Have you seen that movie?
I have not.
Where he's like in the middle of the ocean with the tiger and they're just like trapped on this little boat, like, where do we go from here? I survived, but now where do I go? I'm just kind of floating aimlessly. that's kind of how the project starts. And eventually you find your way to land, and you now have some new tools in your toolbox.
Well, what can you say are some of the tools? I'm sure therapy must have been a part of that to help you get to this point.
Yes. Oh my God. Therapy weekly. Now we're at bi-weekly.
Okay.
Which is really great.
Good.
Also just mindset, mindfulness, a lot of mindfulness. I have a certain practice, like I don't go on my phone for the first 30 minutes to hour of my day. I try to read during that time period, and your brain is most malleable for the first part of your day. As soon as you wake up, it's when you're absorbing and taking the most information, and when you can actually make the most difference in your mental health. For me personally, that has worked a lot. That has helped a lot. Like I don't wake up and then just go on my phone and go on social media. Like I'll wake up and I stretch and I just take a moment. I make coffee and something to eat, and I'll read a book or I'll write and take a moment to rebalance and recenter and start my day and like be human. And also priorities for me have like helped a lot with my anxiety. Thinking about outcome over intention. Like if I know this is going to make me feel X, Y, and Z, I'm not going to put myself in that position then. I'm going to find another and better way to do it, a way that works for me. And also, I just recently started an anxiety journal that focuses a lot with is it CBT or CDT? I don't know the exact abbreviation, but it's basically just like rewiring your cognitive dissonance. And there's a feelings wheel and everything. It's great. And that has helped me a lot too, and for me, I love being active. I love being with animals and being outside, and working out helps me a lot. Actually kind of, all the things they tell you to do to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Actually being a real person
kind of
again,
works.
Really
yeah,
is what it sounds
being
like.
outside and being a person, it works.
Yeah. What I love about you is that you still hold true to the sounds that are really influential or made a big impact on you, with both Amy Winehouse, Barbara Lewis.
Yeah.
The title of the EP, for heaven's sakes. I mean, talk about Barbara Lewis. I mean, I had to look her
Yeah.
up, honestly.
No way. Okay.
I'm being honest.
Okay, well, yay then. I'm getting to put, the younger generation to some real classics.
Yeah, it's really interesting because we talked about, and you have spoken about many times, about the influence of your parents' record collection, your dad's record collection and all that, right?
That's actually why I kind of chose that song to be the intro. It was the music he grew up listening to that he loved, and he just burnt me a CD of it because I think he was playing music in the living room one day and I was really, really, really vibing with it, and so he burnt me a little CD thinking, maybe she'll like it, and it literally became the soundtrack to my life. That CD has come with me to literally every place I've lived, every car. I've only had 2 cars, my mom's old one and then now the one that I bought for myself, but like it's come with me everywhere. There has not been a moment, like every big trip I've gone on, that has been the soundtrack to my life. And the first song on it is Hello Stranger, and my dad heard me like singing it in the living room one day, and he was just like, maybe you'll bring it back, like I love hearing you sing it, maybe you'll be the one to bring it back. So I like vowed to myself, like my first project ever, it has to be the opening track. Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
What did he say?
I'm a woman of my word.
What did he think?
I don't know. That's actually
You didn't
a really
play it
good
for him?
question. I haven't played it for him yet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Take that tattoo
I haven't played
off.
it for him yet. That's awkward. No, but I'll play it. It's just he's in his 70s, and
I'm gonna go outside his house with a boombox.
When I get the vinyl, and when I get like maybe like a little CD of it, I'll give them to him, and then we can really listen together. Because he kind of taught me how to listen to music. When we would listen to music together, he'd be like, so what do you hear at the bottom? Like teaching me to listen for bass and teaching me to listen to the high end. And he was like, how many layers can you count? And that's how I learned to listen and like break things down. So we'll probably dissect it together.
Oh.
But also he is very much loves to pull my playlist up on YouTube. Because you know how when you listen to things enough times, it kind of like creates a little playlist for you. And you're just like, it's so cool. YouTube has made a playlist of you. And I'm like, well, it's kind of based off of you. It's kind of based off of what you're listening to, but like, Love it. Love the enthusiasm.
Hey, you got to make sure Dad is supporting you.
Yes,
and you gotta
he
love
very much
that.
is. He doesn't know. He's heard some of the songs. He's definitely heard a few of them, but he doesn't. I haven't really made it a thing that's the opening track.
Why not? Are you afraid?
That's a good question.
Of his
No,
opinion?
definitely not afraid of his opinion because he was one that told me in the first place that maybe I'd bring it back.
Okay.
I think I just haven't
Had the opportunity
had the
yet.
opportunity. Yeah, I've been very
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
That it'll be a really serendipitous moment when I'm just like, surprise.
Thanks for hanging. Great to
Yes,
finally
thank you for
meet
having
you.
me. It's so good to be here in person finally.
Yes,
In person, yay.
in person. And I look forward to what you have coming up.
Thank you. Very excited. Very, very excited.
I'm so excited. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It's Emmy Meli right here on B-Sides.